Hey everyone, today we're talking about death. I'm going to start with a quote from the author Lisa Sharon Harper in a book, The Very Good Gospel. To ask for forgiveness is to die a small death. Humility is a small death too, the death of supremacy. Trust is a small death, the death of control. Truth is a small death, the death of a lack of accountability. Reparation is a small death, the death of domination. Reciprocity is a small death, the death of autonomy. To embrace the other is a small death, the death of self-absorption. But think about the alternative. Choosing supremacy, control, lack of accountability, domination, autonomy, self-absorption. This path feels familiar, the path of this world. Do not be fooled. It leads to the big death and separation. So I hate to be a downer, but death is something that we all have to face. In fact, my wife, Anna Jane, is facing the death of her aunt today. It's a present reality for all of us, kind of all the time. We try and live in denial, but we all know it's true, that our time is limited. And yet, as Christians, we have a choice. We have an option about which kind of death we want to face. This choice itself is good news because we just want to think that there's no choice. Death is just something that is inevitable. It's going to come for us all at the end of our time. But instead, we choose between facing that big death at the end or the small deaths that the Harper describes above. In one sense, choosing these little deaths is harder because it's constant. You might compare it to taking up your cross daily. You can't choose to be humble once. You have to keep choosing it every single day. At least with the big death, you only have to do it once. But there's a promise for those who choose these small deaths. They actually bring life. Think of the newness that comes from being forgiven or being open to a new relationship, even when it hurts. If we're willing to lower ourselves, we trust that God will raise us to new heights. That's the story of Jesus. That's the story of our baptism. And that's the story that we can choose to live into every single day.